Good morning. Happy Sunday. Um, Revoke has picked up some updates on the Eugenia Cooney stuff, who is still experiencing her monetization, demonetization ban from TikTok, and her account is severely restricted. So let's get into this real quick. I'm probably not going to cover the bit at the end where Revoke shows the former CEO of TikTok, because it kind of sounds like something I don't really want to watch. But all right, let's go.
Hello everybody, what is up? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, depending if you're new here or not. You guys, I have a couple little things and updates that I want to talk about with Eugenia Cooney. It's nothing really major, but it's given me some thoughts and opinions, and I want to talk about them with you guys. But then I also have a surprise topic at the end of the video. Not really much of a surprise because it's in the title and the thumbnail. Yes, the former CEO of TikTok and somebody who currently works for Google was pissed off in New York and ended up turning around and kicking a poor, innocent 5-pound chihuahua out of anger. But before we get into that video, I want to give you guys a couple updates about Eugenia Cooney. I have 2 different shorts that I made. One talking about how she went back to her grandma's house. And y'all, I'm not a big fan of Eugenia. I'm not really a fan of her at all. But I do want to say that she isn't just an internet personality. She's a human at the end of the day. And it would be hard for anybody to go back to a loved one's house, especially after they passed away. It would probably bring back so many good memories, but then that negative feeling of the fact that you lost them. With that being,
Yeah, but it's mostly going to be good memories. My grandmother passed away in I think it was 2004 and or 2005, somewhere around there. And we had to sell the house and divide up the sales for everybody that was inheriting some money from that. I go by every few years to drive by and take a look at it. Um, they've remodeled it quite a bit. It's been extensively remodeled, but you can't tell too much from the front of the house that it's been remodeled, except that the courtyard, they filled the little courtyard where my grandmother was growing roses with a giant fountain. And I just feel like what a waste of space. We used to have our Easter egg hunts in that courtyard when I was little. Um, but whatever, it's their house now, so I guess they can do what they want with it.
said, she also knows what she's doing. And that's something that I had talked about in like a couple videos that I made ago. And I think the last video as well that I made about Eugenia, we talked about how she just definitely knows what she's doing. I find it very interesting how she was saying she just misses TikTok so much because she just misses talking to her friends on there. That's all she missed. She just wanted her TikTok back so she can go live with Jeffree and talk to Jeffree and be.
By the way, is the grandma's house in Pasadena? Isn't that why they went to Pasadena last fall? Or is it in like Boston or New England somewhere or something? I didn't think it was near her.
Back in the Star fam, right? But now that she's back to being able to go live, she's just not going live. And I think it's because, one, she didn't miss her TikTok friends. If she missed them, she could have easily FaceTimed them on Skype or even through Messenger, whatever the case may be. But I think she's bummed that she isn't getting any type of monetization or financial gain from going live anymore. So I think that's really like causing her to be like, I'm not going to do it.
I think that's actually probably one of the limitations that she's facing, is that she could probably go live on her own, but I don't think that she can be live with other people whose accounts are not age restricted. You know what I'm saying? So TikTok has probably deemed her content inappropriate for minors at this point. And so if she is now live streaming with Jeffree, who has not been restricted in the same way, then she would be viewable to his audience, right? So I think that's actually probably part of the restriction.
I think it's so funny as well that she was saying how TikTok was like the best time that she's ever had in her life, and that's sad. And I felt bad for that statement because, oh my goodness, if her live battles are the best time she's ever had in her life, girl, she really needs a hobby. But at the same time, sis, the thing that's getting to me is how she said she was just like so passionate about her little live streams, but as soon as she lost her financial gain from it, she was like, fuck that. There's something else that's been bothering me recently, and I'm just gonna say it. Okay, she's age restricted now. Can't really come back from that. I don't think they're gonna unage restrict her content just because she's covering up now. They might, but she still has all those videos up of her in lingerie. So I think maybe she just delete all those videos. They might review her account, and I hope that don't happen. I'm not trying to give her any ideas.
Yeah, that is what I said on another live stream as well, is that the only way she can rectify this is by removing all offensive content and working with her TikTok manager on a plan of this is what you need to do in order to restore your channel.
But she's starting to, cover up and wear all these sweaters that she probably had to dig to the very back of her closet. Shit, they were probably in boxes in her attic at this point. Had to go dig and find all these sweaters to start putting on. Why didn't you do that when there's children on your live stream?
Yeah.
And I used to try to defend her before. That was a bad statement. Y'all, I don't defend her, and I didn't defend her before. But I did say maybe she is just super fucking ditzy at this point, that she just doesn't understand that she's being extremely harmful. But that's not the case, because I had mentioned in the short that I made, I don't know if y'all have seen it or not. I might include them in this video, but I'm debating it. In that short I made, I was saying, I am pretty fucking positive TikTok didn't email her and say, hey, like, sis, go put on a sweater and then go live. Like, don't wear this and then go live. You know what I mean? I'm sure they didn't, like, send her, like, keynotes on what to do. So I think she knows exactly how she was being harmful with the body checking, skimpy clothing, flashing, all the 9 yards, And I think it's interesting.
Well, keep in mind, too, she was getting a lot of bans leading up to these more severe consequences. Her live streams were getting interrupted. She was getting banned for days at a time. So TikTok already had her on the radar before they're like, all right, you can stay here, but you can't really do anything, right?
Saying that whenever there's like tea channels or commentary channels or channels that such as mine that's just like super speculatory and opinionated, whenever we call out certain things about Eugenia, you have like a whole crowd that's like, oh, you're a Eugenia hate channel and like you're a cyber bully, this, that, and the third. And it's like, no, we're just calling out toxic behavior, and if we're the cyber bully for that, so be it. Before we continue with this video,
I gotta say, I find it far more strange that there are people out there that are so obsessed with an internet celebrity that they are constantly searching for React channels to write negative comments like that on our videos, right? And I always have taken the approach that I'm just going to delete your comment, because I don't want drama in my comments. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm not going to explain to you why I enjoy covering certain kinds of content or why I feel a certain way about a subject, because I already explained that on my lives and my videos. So why would I double back for you, who has obviously a very negative opinion of my channel in the first place? I'm not losing any numbers when I ban you, so I know you weren't subscribed in the first place, right? I'm not losing any of my subscriptions over this.
I want to show you guys a short that I made earlier. It's not the best edited short, but it brings me joy. I was really bored today, and I was like, I want to do this, and I did a thing, and I want to show you.
What is it? Are we sure that's not copyrighted music? Because, I mean, I don't want to lose the ability to put this video up. Cute, though. What is that? Explain it to me.
So that was James Charles singing in the Grand Canyon. And when I seen that video, I was like, the way it echoes, okay? Can you imagine being on the other side of that fucking mountain or in the bottom of that pit of a canyon and you hear James Charles singing and it's like echoing all around you? That would literally, y'all, that's probably what it sounds like when you first enter hell. Anyways, this is the last thought that I've been having the past couple days about this whole Eugenia situation. And with this being said, then I'm going to be moving on to that horrible former TikTok CEO and the dog situation.
Okay, I'll stop there. Thank you, Revoke, for catching some more material. I'm not really following any of the James Charles stuff. I know that his name's been floating around for a little bit. I can't remember. Is he the one that's the makeup guy who kept inappropriately sending material to minor boys who he was like slipping into their DMs and stuff? Is that the same guy that we're talking about? I think that's who it is, right? And he's been trying to restore his reputation for quite some time, I think. I think I got the right name there. But y'all can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Anywho, I am going to try and schedule. I'm just trying to figure out when I can do this. It's going to be raining this week. So that means I'm going to have to do this inside because it's going to be too loud with the pitter patter on my tarp that I generally am on my balcony, and I do this outside. But I am going to try and do the celebration live stream for hitting 1,000 subscriptions. And I'm thinking maybe like Tuesday or Wednesday. But I gotta see how this goes. And I'm also trying to think of like what time I can do it, because I still have physical therapy in the mornings. And oftentimes it wipes me out, you know? So that's another reason why I've been kind of dragging my feet on this one. Also, it took me a while to figure out AdSense and how to actually like turn on the monetization and everything. It's like there's so many steps. It's so complicated, you guys. Anyway, I'll probably do some reacts today. Let's see what comes out.